Yeah, there were multiple times where I wanted to quit. I mean, even since I was little, I started out in dance and I was just always getting pushed in the back, no matter how good I was, how much effort I gave. And, you know, when you're little, you don't really understand why. You're just like, you know, you get hurt and you definitely want to quit at that point. But I guess at that point I really didn't have much of a choice. You know, my mom was paying for the dance classes. I couldn't really back out if I wanted to. But I started to use that negativity. I started to use, you know, me being pushed back all the time to force myself to give so much more, to, you know, use it and fuel myself to just, you know, go that extra mile to prove to them like I can be in the front and I will. Even when I moved out here, because the first few months were such a struggle, and I just, it didn't seem no matter what I did, I couldn't find any work. And, you know, I got to a point where I'm just like, man, I probably should start looking for like an actual job. And I've worked so hard to make sure that I wouldn't have to do that. You know, I didn't want to be like the typical actress, producer, director, you know, having to go and be a bartender or a waitress. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I just didn't want to be the cliche. I wanted to make sure that anything that I'm working on is something that I love to do, whether it's in front or behind the camera. Being at that, you know, very low point of even considering having to get like a real job, you know, it feels like it's not really going to work. You know, maybe I need to be more realistic and have a realistic job, have a realistic paycheck. And, but I pushed and I pushed, and I reminded myself, you know, of all the things that I've done that have gotten me to this point. I reminded myself how passionate and how strong that I can be. And next thing you know, I got myself some work, and then I started getting really busy, and, you know, and now it's starting to really come together. So it's moments like that this industry is really going to test you, really, really going to test you. And even when I was at my lowest point, I was still planning my own projects and these ideas that I had. And it's like I knew that I would never stop having these ideas. I knew I would never stop envisioning these stories that I want to see come to life. And I think that's when I like really, really, really knew that there was nothing else I was going to do except be in this industry.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.